Hello everyone. In this video, we'll look at some grammar questions about past continuous tense. Let's look at the first one. So we can find last night, this time expression, which means that this action happened in the past. And then for bathing, there should be a long action, so we should use past continuous tense. That means we should use was bathing. I was bathing at 7 last night. Number 2. We can see the word yesterday, which means that these actions happened in the past. So for sitting in a cafe, there should be a longer action. And for calling, there should be a short action. So the answer should be, I was sitting in a cafe when you called me last night. Remember, for the word sitting, it should have a double T. Number 3. We can see the words last night. That means this is about the past. So, watching a film obviously is a long action, while hearing a noise, this is a very short action. So, the answer should be Susan was watching a film when she heard the noise. So, this is a irregular verb, so we need to use H-E-A-R-D, heard, instead of adding ed. Number 4. Again, last week, so this should be about the past. And then, playing the tennis, this is a rather long action. So we were playing tennis when John hurt his ankle. So this is actually a situation instead of a long action. So we use past tense instead of past continuous tense. The second point is hurt is also an irregular verb. So we do not change the verb even though it is in past tense. So hurt. We were playing tennis when John hurt his ankle last week. Number 5. Again, last night. So this should be about the past. So they were really noisy. This is talking about the situation. So we use past tense instead of past continuous tense. So obviously, they were doing something at 10 p.m. last night. And that's why they were really noisy. So this is an ongoing action, and therefore we use past continuous tense. So what were they doing at 10 p.m. last night? They were really noisy. Number 6. When the phone rang. This time we cannot find any time expressions, but we can see that the verb ring is in past tense. So obviously this is something in the past. So taking a shower should be a long action. Therefore, we should use past continuous tense. He was taking a shower when the phone rang. In other words, this is an interrupted action in the past. Number 7. When I walked into the room. Again, walked. We can see that the verb is in past tense, so obviously this is something in the past. Everyone was working. Again, this is about an interrupted action. Something that you need to pay attention to is that for everyone, this is actually a singular noun. So we use was instead of were. So when I walked into the room, everyone was working. Number 8. When the train got to the station. This is again in past tense. So we know that the second action should be in either past tense or past continuous tense. So we were waiting on the platform. Again, this is an interrupted action. waiting on the platform is obviously a longer action, so we use past continuous tense. Number 9. This is a rather tricky question. So when they were young, obviously, this is about the past. So living in Germany, we can say that this is a long action, but we actually use past tense. They lived in Germany when they were young, because other than thinking that this is a long action, we will think that this is actually a situation or a condition. So we use past tense instead of thinking that this is a very long action and use past continuous tense. So they lived in Germany when they were young. Now let's look at the last one. Last night. So obviously, we need to use past or past continuous tense. So when I called you last night, this is a short action. What were you doing? So this one, an interrupted action. So what were you doing when I called you last night? So this is the end of this video. Thank you.